Welcome back to Everything Moto with the boys Doc and Josh. And today we got a lot to talk about, man. First off, we got to get a little update on Doc, which we'll get into. He also went to Bud, so we'll get into that a little bit. We're going to talk about the season, the MX season in like whole. All right, we're going to go through like our surprises, our disappointments. We're going to give out season awards, which I legit came up with about 10 minutes ago. And then we're going to talk about our predictions, our little recap of our season predictions. We're going to give you guys predictions for SMX playoffs. We're going to do a little game segment as well. So, yeah, a lot to go through. And hopefully you guys enjoy it. So make sure you guys hit that like and sub button. And thank you guys so much for all the love this past MX season, man. Whether it was our prediction videos, our review videos, our reaction videos, our TikToks, our Instagram videos, like everything, man. You guys absolutely showed some mad love, so we really appreciate that. But yeah, let's just jump right into it. Doc, first off, how was Bud's Creek?
Bud's was pretty cool until I got a fever at like the end of the day, and literally fever broke yesterday, so I'm sick as a dog. Yeah, it was awesome. Track is always sick. I got to hang out with AP quite a bit. Got to sign some casts, take a pictures with a few guys, and most importantly, I got to take my son to his first outdoor race, which was super fun. He is a diehard fan because he said he likes outdoors more than supercross, which personally I think is crazy. I mean, I like outdoors more than supercross, but I'm a diehard fan. But for a 7-year-old, I thought he would have kind of liked the cushy chairs and the hot dogs. You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say, I mean, like going to Supercross, it's so much like cozier, right? You got the stadium, you got the air conditioning. That's kind of why I like Supercross. But I think motocross is like the actual
definitely
sport.
Yeah, like Soupy's definitely more of like it's a better viewing like spectator experience. But like outdoors, if you really want to know what it takes, you know, outdoors, you can't go wrong with outdoors.
Yeah, and did you, so like when you were at Bud's, like where did you sit? Like were you able to see the whole track, or are you seeing like one spot? Because I feel like that's the hardest part about moto, right? At Millville, when I went, like for me personally, I was running around trying to get footage, but like my friends sat on top of the hill and they could see the whole track basically, right? So I feel like Bud's, you have certain spots where you could do that possibly.
Yeah, we sat over by Big Gulp, the big triple, right? Like the huge triple in the back, because when you sit there, you can walk up to the top of Henry Hill and you can watch them go down Henry Hill, which was insane. And if you walk up there, you can see the start too. So you can walk up that hill, you'll watch the start, watch a couple laps from there, and then we had our chairs and everything set at the bottom of Big Gulp, because you know, when you get tired and hot, what a better place to sit than right in front of the, you know, the big triple. Also, there's like a bajillion trees right there, so it's like shaded ish. But we walked around a lot too. But
Did you see the crashes on the triple? Were you there when that happened?
who was like the privateer kid that wadded on the KTM?
I think that's Prangler. I think that's why one of the red flags came out.
Literally, well, there was one in practice.
That I'm not quite sure. I know the one in the race was Prangler, the Canadian.
I did not see that, but there was one in practice. Like, dude, it was their second practice, 250 second practice. There was like a big kicker at the top of it, and it was sending everyone OTB. And as soon as we walked up, because we got there like maybe 2-3 minutes into second practice, like as soon as I put my chair down, I looked up and the dude was going over the bars, and they red flagged practice for that.
So there was 3 red flags. Holy cow!
Yeah, there was a lot. Yeah, there was a lot of red flags that day. It was kind of a long day at the races.
I was about to say, did you stay the entire day?
No, I mean, we stayed until they ran 450s first, right? So we stayed until the end of 450 Moto 2, and then little man was tired, I was tired, and then I had a friend with me that was his first time ever watching a motocross race, like even like on TV. We were all like, I mean, I was sick, so I was dying. And then my son was starting to hit the wall of like, I've been in the sun all day long. And then we had like a 3.5 hour drive home. So we left right at the start of 250 Moto 2.
Yeah, for me personally, when I go to like Supercross, I leave early. Like most of the time, I leave early. Like I know we didn't leave early this year when we went to Chase or whatever, but not Chase, but Arizona, for Phoenix Stadium, Glendale. I was thinking Chase Stadium because that's what it was. But normally I leave early because I want to beat traffic or whatever. But I was gonna say was for that race in particular, bro. That shit took forever, bro. Like it started at 10 a.m. my time, and I didn't get done until I think it was 4. I think the broadcast ended around 4 my time, because it was a 5-hour broadcast, maybe 3, I guess. But then like the after stuff but it's like 3 o'clock. It was so long. It felt like I just did like a 9-hour stream, and it was like 5 hours or 4 hours. It was way too long. No, it was 4 because there's an hour break. Because they had women's, and then they had a tractor situation, and then they had 2 red flags.
Yeah, it was so long. It was the longest day of outdoors ever that I've ever been to, for sure.
I wonder if that is the longest day of outdoors ever, because
it was. They
had the motos in the beginning, right, and then they had the tractor situation because they had a red flag moto 1 250s. Then the tractor situation on the start. You had women's MX. Then you had the 450, another red flag. So I wonder if it was someone. Fact check that.
Yeah, I told my buddy. He's like, "When do you think we'll be out of here?" I'm like, dude, like, motos will be ending like 5:30," and then it was like 5, and they hadn't even started the second moto yet. I'm like, But all I'm saying is I'm Cole Davies' good luck charm. Every single race I've ever been to that Cole has been racing, he's won.
What are we gonna talk about the second moto?
I wasn't there. I'm just saying I wasn't there.
True, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't there. That's all I'm saying. I was there for first moto. I was not there for second moto.
That's actually crazy. I didn't even think about that. Now that you brought that up, That's crazy. And you're going to Charlotte?
Yeah. Most likely like 80%.
Well,
I should just.
If you go to Charlotte, Cole might be. I might have to change my predictions, bro. If you're going, are you saying both motos though? Because I gotta know that.
I told him, I'm like, dude, like, because he texted me after first moto, dude, you're my good luck charm, because I didn't get to talk to Cole at all that day. Like I saw him. AP texted me, so we were going up to see AP right when 250 Moto 1 was leaving, and I saw him like getting on his bike, and I gave him a little heart, and he like, goofy Cole just did something goofy, and then got on his bike and left. I didn't get to talk to him. We watched 250 Moto 1 from inside the KTM rig, but that was the only interaction I had with him. Like he saw me, but like I didn't get to say anything. And then he texted me after Moto 1 and was like, dude, every time you're here, I win a race. I'm like, listen, the payroll slot could be available. I could just be your little cheerleader, you know? I could just be your little cheerleader. Just send me to every race.
That's actually crazy.
Sounds like a good investment to me. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, yeah, and if you are going to Charlotte, I got to put money on Cole. I got to.
He's going to do good, bro. So, I mean,
you're not Tomac's good luck charm, though. I'll tell you that.
I am not Tomac's good luck charm.
I don't know what happened to him in that Moto 1. He absolutely faded.
Dude, I'm watching, and I could see him gaining, right? Like every time he come by, I could see he's a little closer. He's making moves, and then just like one lap. Oh my! Wait, Hunter's first, and then he was just gapped. I don't understand.
Yeah, I wonder if he crashed, because they didn't even show it on broadcast either. They just showed Hunter first. So, but okay, so that's Doc's weekend in a nutshell, and he's been sick for the last like 7 days. It feels like 7 days. It's 5 days now, 6 days.
I had 102 fever for 5 days straight.
So I'm glad that you are feeling better now, so that we can record this, because otherwise we would not be recording this. So I'm glad that you're feeling better.
I'm very sweaty.
Let's talk about the season as a whole. All right, and I think it was a pretty good season, regardless of the championship winners. We had a lot of great battles. We had a lot of good moments in there, a lot of crazy moments in there, a lot of drama in there. And honestly, I think we had a pretty good season. But what I really kind of want to talk about is our surprises and our disappointments. All right. And I think for me, my surprises of the entire series, and this is mostly based on riders, not necessarily like tracks or anything like, because we could talk about that too, of like how tracks were prepped and shit. Like
Unadilla is a disappointment.
Yeah, exactly. So my surprise is focus based on riders here, and I have 4 guys. All right, Harup, he surprised the hell out of me coming out and
Agreed.
doing.
That was mine.
Yeah, like doing very, very good. Marchbanks, and I say Marchbanks even though he's normally up there, but he finished 3rd in the championship, and if he just somehow got better starts, he would probably be 2nd, maybe not 2nd in the championship, but closer to 2nd in the championship. RJ, right? You got to put RJ up there. Like, that was awesome.
It was like okay, I'll let you finish.
And then I would say Geode. I think those are my 4 surprises of the season for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'll throw in Jalik in there, even though we didn't see him the whole season. Like, when Jalik came back, when he was ripping, for sure, Harrop. Honestly, that entire team is just awesome. Seems sick. I can't wait to see a 450 on there. And then RJ is a surprise, like kind of, but also, I don't know.
I don't think you expected him to be 3-4. Like I expected him like right there with Barsha, Malcolm, but
I guess
then
his first season
got podiums, and he was beating Tomac most of the second half of the season.
Yeah, I mean, it is his first season. I mean, he is like 29 years old. You know what I mean? Like,
it's true.
I don't know about all of that, but
I actually want to add one. I actually want to add 2 here. Parker Ross, privateer for the Yamaha team. Forgot their team name. Pretty sure it's Gizmo.
Yeah, is it the Bar X?
Yeah, it's Bar X.
Or
Bar
the
X.
other one?
No, it's Bar X. It's Bar X. So shout out to Parker Ross. And then Dylan Schwartz. Dylan Schwartz had some fantastic rides throughout the entire season. One that I could think of off the top of my head was Shugel, where he did extremely good. And yeah, those are the other 2 guys that I kind of want to. I didn't even think about saying Jalik, because like when Jalik came back, bro, he was literally top 5. Like instantly, he almost won a race. Like seriously, he was a week off and he got like a podium, and I was like, bro, what the hell is this?
I mean, based off of his performance next year, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I think it would be surprising because of the lack of racing he's done. But based off what we saw this year, it wouldn't surprise me if Jalik wasn't like immediately a title contender.
I think he's my dark horse. Like, I seriously think that. Like, especially, we all know Jalik is really good in Supercross. And if you don't know that, you're crazy, all right? I think he's a dark horse in Supercross if he doesn't tear his Achilles again. Shout out to Jalik. I think he's a dark horse for Moto just because of his starts. Like every race that he was in, he was literally top 5. Like, I don't remember a start where he wasn't top 5. Like, every start that he was there. And if he can replicate that next year, I think 100% he's going to be in the title fight to the very, very end.
Yeah, I agree. He's ripping.
And then I think also his teammate. Now, I heard some rumors here with Mikkel Harup that he'll be back next year, but he'll be racing the 450. That's what I heard. I don't like it. Honestly, hate it. I think he can win this championship next year with Jalik. I think Triumph can go 1-2 in this championship next year. I'm saying I think. That's a bold prediction. I know Joe's. Right, I know Joe's there. I'm saying I think they could. Right? Keyword could. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I heard he might go to a 450, so that's kind of a bummer.
Well, wasn't he testing a 450? Like, wasn't he their 450 test guy prior to this season?
Yeah. So
wasn't he going?
He came over here to ride the 450 to get it prepped for GPs next year, but then he did so well this year. They're like, no, we're not sending you there, and our bike's not there yet. So
maybe he's a dog on a 450, and he's just like, maybe he's only like 70% as good in a 250.
Well, I mean, I feel like a few guys are like that. Like, think RJ, where he has to do 120% on a 250, and then hops on a 450, does 80, and he gets 3rd, right? And percentages wise. What if Mikkel's like that as well? I wonder if like Deegan's going to be like that.
I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. I'm gonna keep it a stack. I think Deegan might be. I don't know. He's either gonna be really good in 450 or really bad. Like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, he'll be great because it's Deegs. Like, nobody with that level of ability is going to be like bad. But
I think it's going to be like he actually had a great interview with Jason Wygant for Racer X, and it was for the Super Motocross preview show, I think, or the recap show or whatever one it was for. But he was talking about how he believes that he's going to be right in the mix with J. Coop, RJ, because he's raced those guys. He's even raced Hunter, right? And like I think that gets lost. Like even for me too, I think that gets lost in the fact that he did race those guys and he did beat those guys at one point, right? So I think he's going to be right there. He's going to be right where J. Coop is. I think Hunter's upped his game, right? I think he really has. So I think he's going to be right there with J. Coop, RJ, maybe even ahead of them. Probably ahead of them. And then I think Hunter's going to be a guy that he catches in second year, you know? In that third year, he'll be above him in battling, right?
it would not surprise me if Deegs like struggled really bad year one. It would also not surprise me if Deegs was fighting for podiums year one.
Yeah.
Like,
it's going to be very, very interesting. But we're getting a little off topic here. We're going a little too much of the Deegs. Shout out to the Deegan. Shout out to the Deegan. That makes no sense, but shout out to Deegs. Okay, but now we got to talk about disappointments. And to be fair, there's not a lot, to be honest.
there's one big one.
Yeah, I have three, okay? Like, I have three disappointments, and we'll start in the 250, and that's Levi Kitchen. Where was he? I don't even know. That's a disappointment for me. I get the injury from Daytona. He did mention, too, I believe it was Weege that did play a factor quite a bit for this outdoor season, which, yeah, like, that crash was gnarly. I think he, like, broke his, like, area up here, right? And, like, the concussion sort of thing, like, I know it was gnarly, okay, but it was still kind of, he had moments like Redbud, like we know that he's Levi Kitchen, right? So it was kind of a disappointing season. My second guy was Eli Tomac. He didn't even win a race. Okay, I'm dead ass. Like, he didn't win a race. He won some motos. He struggled, and I get after Redbud, right? That Moto 1 motor blow up, and he was not even a factor anymore. I get that his season went down the drain, and he was just like, I'm gonna get through this and still kind of fight for maybe top fives. I get it. But it's still a disappointment. That's Eli Tomac. He should have won at least one race, right?
I agree.
And then my last guy here is Prado. That's a two-time champ. He's getting outside the top 10s. And I haven't even talked to you about this. He legit didn't try to qualify at Budds Creek. Like, he legit tried not to qualify at Budds Creek. And I heard some rumors. Okay, this is crazy. Someone tweeted at me last week after Unadilla and said the upgrades that they brought to Ironman, which he did fantastic at, didn't get brought to Unadilla and didn't get brought to Budds Creek because of the KTM situation. And they were trying to get back at him for that. And then Prado goes out and tries to go back after them by not trying to qualify and realize, oh, wait, there's a provisional entry thing that I just automatically get in. I didn't know. And, yeah, that's crazy.
All I'll say is when I was walking through the pits, and I don't know, this could have just been a timing coincidence, but I walked by the KTM rig, or the Cowie rig, and Prado was sitting in the far corner by himself with no one around him. And again, could have been timing, right? They could have all just been there, and I walked around the corner, and then they all happened to leave, and he was just left sitting there. But the whole team was on the other side of the rig, and he was literally by himself talking to Timmy, some random kid with goggles on or something, over here by himself, sitting alone. I thought that was weird. When I walked by the other trucks, it's not how it is. It's not how it is. And even like when the guys are by themselves, it's like they look over and they like talk. Like there's like, it felt weird, and this was before he didn't qualify.
Yeah, I mean, it was extremely, extremely weird. And I want to say this as well. Shout out to Tanner for actually mentioning this to me because I forgot this. But since he didn't qualify straight in, right? He was 43rd overall. He had to go to the LCQ. And if he went to the LCQ, mind you, he has a provisional, so he automatically gets in because he's top 10 in points. So if he decided not to use that, go to the LCQ and not get top 4 in the LCQ, he's gone. He's out. He wouldn't get in. And that's what the rumor, that's what he wanted to do. But Kawasaki said, hell no, we're going to put you in. And then he was 41st gate pick. They added a gate to the start, far outside, and almost pulls hole shot.
Bro, you see the picture of him with his like the lead, like the hole shot he pulled on everybody on that?
Yeah, that was crazy, dude.
I was first of all, incredible photo. I don't know who took it, but I love you. But yeah, that bike was struggling on power, that's for sure.
That was incredible. And I was screaming. Go to the reactions, watching. I'm like, Prado, top 5. And during the watch, I didn't put this in the video, I don't think, but I was like, Prado's getting hole shot. Watch this. And dude, he almost did, dude. I was like, holy cow.
No, that was a crazy start. He looked in person like he was just cruising around.
I was gonna say, we definitely did not get the Prado that everybody saw last year in GPs. We did not get that guy. Like, I don't know where that guy is. Like, that guy might be might be on the beach right now in Mexico, right? And I think next year, if this whole situation, yeah, I wasn't gonna bring that up because maybe Juju might be in Mexico too. But
they've been friends. I saw a bunch of drama over that photo. Everyone's like, "See, look, KTM." If you guys go look at Juju's profile, him and Jorge have been hanging out since like
I think
Supercross.
Supercross. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that
because they're.
I mean, he's still going to KTM.
They're based out of Cali, right? So they're like right there. Yeah. But I think, and there's also another. I lost my train of thought before you said that, but there's also another theory that Spain will pick him for Motocross of Nations. He'll grab his Works Edition KTM. Go out there and kick everybody's ass and say, hey, I told you it wasn't the bike.
So I've been wondering about...
Or it was the bike. Excuse me. It was the bike.
I've been wondering about what happens if he gets picked.
I'm 100% saying he's... This is a rumor, obviously. This is what I've heard in rumor-wise. He wants to bring his KTM Gas Works Edition over and race that for Motocross of Nations if he gets picked.
Bro, this is going to be the weirdest season ever with everything if that happened. Like,
I made a post about drama this year. I made a post about drama a couple days ago. Bro, we've had so much. Yeah, Lucas Myrtle in the beginning with the Lawrences, right? Deegan getting arrested. Yeah. We also had the Daniel Blair versus RC beef.
Oh yeah.
You know, we had Tomac tweeting at Pulp mid motos, like in between motos. We have the Tom Vial KTM shock situation. We have Prado drama. We have Chase banged up. Like, dude, we had so many different things. That's another topic. But
Tomac ripping his one tweet a year.
That's what I'm saying. It was directed at Pulp talking about something that only really Pulp listeners know, which is even crazier. So, but yeah, Prado. I think personally, and this is not a troll, he's going to be fighting for the title next year on a KTM. Just saying. I believe. Prado, I believe. You see the comments on your Instagram? They're not trolling. I believe.
What, he's trying to gain a follower? I don't know, man. Like, dude, okay, first of all, there's no way the bike's that bad. You put Jet Lawrence on a freaking TTR 125, I still think he's qualifying top 40. You know, like,
yeah, he's qualifying.
I don't think
he's probably qualifying top 10.
You put any of those guys on a 250F, they're still qualifying. It's not the bike. There was a kid ripping on a stock Yamaha out there, by the way. Anyway, like, I don't know how, as a team manager, I mean, I understand 2-time world champ, but whatever. Like, I don't understand how we justify picking him up after that display this year.
It is very hard. It would be very, very hard because what if he does the same thing with the KTM? Right.
And what if it's not the Japanese versus Austrian? What if it's a works Austrian versus a production bike.
And
That's what I've been wondering.
I did hear that those bikes are very similar. So everybody in the paddock from going to MXGP to US, and even I think Lewis has said this, that the bikes are very, very similar nowadays. And I think what's mostly different is like maybe the motor where the power comes. And that's what I've heard. I don't know, guarantee it, but like, I don't know.
I just know they used to be doing all kinds of weird stuff on those frames and stuff back in the day. Like, I mean, I don't know. I assume like, because MXGP just is pretty much,
it's open.
There's no rules.
I mean,
right?
they're racing a 27 bike, a Honda over there.
Yeah.
I don't know what year, but they're racing some sort. But
what he's on that 2032 out there,
basically. But yeah, Prado. I mean, this is a disappointment. I think we all kind of expected him to go out there and maybe battle Jet at one point, and that never happened.
Yeah, I mean,
at least one point you thought he could battle him before the season started.
Obviously, an incredible talent. I mean, the dude knows how to ride a motorcycle, and I have no doubt he could win races. But like, I don't know how after this display of whatever, I don't know how I would ever be able to like, cause like, I don't know. But that's why I'm not a team manager. I know chat's like, this is why you haven't won 9 championships. In the interview, pipe down.
Yeah. So all in all, I think everybody that's watching this at this point can all agree that was a disappointing season for Prado. I saw a lot of people actually like went from Prado hype to I'm never liking this guy ever again because of what happened during the season, which is crazy, drastic change. But there's a lot of that, right? A lot of fans that were fans now are just absolutely hate the guy. And I said this, I think in the review, like a couple of years from now, we're going to forget all this and he's going to be out there getting podiums. And I can 100% believe that. So, okay. So
Watch him win SMX.
Dude, is he even racing? I don't even know.
That's what I want to know. Dude, talk about a weird, like I don't know someone was talking about that. Like, dude, that's going to be a weird couple of weeks at SMX, you know, like if between him and the team, I mean, I don't know.
I heard rumors that like he's going to be on the KTM. He's not going to be on Kawasaki. Then I heard rumors that he will be racing with Kawi because they need the guy out there for the team or whatever. Yeah. So like,
right.
I think realistically, you don't fire him before SMX. You put him out there and whatever happens, happens. You have a motorcycle out there. Bad publicity is always good publicity. All right. So, and
right, call it Villapoto or something.
I think personally, all this bad publicity, right? It's bad for Kawasaki. It's bad for Prado. They're talking shit about the bike. Chase hops on that next year and starts winning. Everything will be forgotten about. Everything. So,
other than that, Prado hates because it's just
Everybody,
go through the roof.
Yeah.
Like for Cowie, we're all right, but for Prado, we're cooked. We're like absolutely cooked.
But yeah, so it should be very interesting. I'm excited for SMX because, dude, although the winners might be the same, which we'll get into our predictions, but I think it's gonna be exciting just to watch what happens. All right. But talking about the season as a whole, we did our surprises, we did our disappointments here. We got some season awards that I definitely came up with right before this video recording. And let's go through it. Probably won't spend too much time on this. But we have, what is this, 10? I think? 10 of them. Okay. So the first one up, Drama Queen. I think we can all agree that's Prado.
Yeah, normally that go to Justin Barsha, but he's pretty quiet this year, you know? Or Jason Anderson, but...
Yeah. That's definitely Prado this year, though, 100%. Okay, the next award I have is the bully. Now, I put this that wants to be the bully, but deep down they're a pretty nice guy, and I've hated Deegan. All right,
I like that,
and I'd say that because even in the interview with Weege that he just did the other day, he said I have to be the villain in my own brain so I can get motivated to beat these guys. Yeah. So I mean. That pretty much sums it up. He's a bully, but he's a pretty nice guy. You know what I'm saying? And then the third award I got is the PTO guy. The guy that always uses their PTO. Use all of their PTO. And I think we can all agree that's Sexton. Yep.
He was chilling playing Fortnite 90% of the season. And then
So
came back and whooped everybody, and then we're back.
Yeah, that's crazy. So I don't mean that like this is not derogatory. There's just
No.
award. I mean, you can see what he could do when he comes back. So I mean, anyways, the comedian is the next award, and I have James Stewart. All right, the one-liners, dude, during the broadcast is absolutely so freaking hilarious. I mean, the one line that I remember from this year is, the Tomac one. With the state trooper, he was like, "Oh, he saw a state trooper out there, so he had to slow down."
If I was to give it to a rider, I think I'd have to go Joe.
Has he been funny this year?
He's like funny, not on purpose. Like he doesn't like his interviews are always hilarious, and he's not like a comedian where he's like cracking jokes. He's just like funny as himself.
Yeah, very true. I love the press conference. He's like, that motherfucker. What did he say? It was hilarious. I can't believe he said that for it up there either. That was kind of bold. Okay, moving on. The next award we got is the guy is always late. And this goes out to Garrett Marchbanks because he doesn't know how to start, and he's always there at the very end of the motos, late in the motos. If he could just be up there at the beginning of the motos, he might have a shot at getting a podium and winning races.
Maybe. Or he just needs the rabbit.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, he did pass like 300,000 guys this year. So, like, maybe.
There's got to be an award for that. There should be an award at the end of the season, whoever got the most passes.
It would 100% be Garrett Marchbanks.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's probably going to be the fact for like the next 6 years because he doesn't know how to start. So, okay, the next award I have is the slow fast guy. And this basically what I wrote down is the guy who looks like he's going 5 times slower than everybody, but he always wins. And that's Jet Lawrence. And I say that because his technique just makes him look like he's going so slow, but he's going so fast.
Even in person.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Even in person, yeah, Moto 1, he got that start and then just checked out, but he didn't even look like he was going that much faster. Everyone else behind him was like fighting for their lives, and he was just
cruising, hopping bumps, just having fun out there.
Poetry.
Yeah. The next one I have, the next award is the new nickname guy. This guy has a nickname every season, it seems like, and that is Shimoda, because somehow we came up with Wasabi Joe, Wasabi-san.
Wasabi Joe.
So every year I feel like it's 100% racist.
I feel like every time they come up with a nickname or something about Joe, I'm like,
it's like it's on the border, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
all right. I mean, like if he's okay with it, but still.
I thought it was so funny that in the press conference, because James said it in the press conference, he's like, I've never heard that one before.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like he goes with it, right? And he's unoffended and whatever, which I don't care about offending people, but like, it's just surprising that like that's such a thing on the broadcast for them to always come up with these nicknames that are like.
I thought it was kind of funny because too, like even his mechanic put it on the pit board, so they started using it as well, right? So, yeah, kind of funny. But somehow he has a new nickname every season, man. I don't get it. It was like the Joe Show a couple seasons ago. It was sushi. Now it's wasabi, and it might be
sticky rice,
dude. It might be something else, Okay, the next one I have is the biggest smile, or like the happiest guy in the pits. And this is a guy that just always brightens up your day. And that is Geode. All right. Every interview that I see of this guy, he's smiling ear to ear because he just had the best time of his life out there, even though it's hell out there sometimes. But he's living the dream, and it was awesome to watch him. The next one I got, you guys are going to get pissed at me for this, is the grandpa. Okay. The aging guy who we all still believe in. And you know where I'm going with this. It's Eli Tomac.
You don't believe in him, though.
Hey, I'm not saying it's me. I'm saying this is the people. All right, this is the people. We still believe in him as a whole. I mean, I still believe in him. I think he can maybe get some wins in SMX. He didn't get to win this outdoor season though, so that's why he's the grandpa. And the next award I have is the last award as well is missing's. I messed that up. The missing person, and it's Levi Kitchen. We talked about it at the disappointments, right? It's Levi Kitchen. He was nowhere to be found this whole entire outdoor season.
Yeah, wasn't really even on the broadcast.
He did get a third though at Buds, so I mean, a little. We might have found him at the very end of the year, but yeah. So those are our seasonal awards. Really, we came up with this late. I actually really want to dive into this next year after each season and give like some sort of funny award. I think that would be a blast. And maybe we'll do something like with SMX, maybe not. But yeah, so those are the seasonal awards. Hope you guys enjoyed those. If you guys did and you guys have some other ones that you guys want to put, like let us know in the comment section. We'll even put them in say the next year. But now let's hop into our season prediction recap. We'll go through this pretty quick because it wasn't pretty. It just wasn't pretty. All right. At the beginning of the year, for myself, actually for me, I went 6 out of 10. Okay. That's pretty damn good. That's a passing grade. All right. That's a D, 60%. At the
D's
beginning,
get degrees, baby. Oh, and not C's get degrees.
hey, D's can get it too. My bold prediction was Chase Sexton struggles and gets third in the chip. If I just said struggles, I would have got that. Because he was on PTO. This is all for 450s, by the way. My breakout year was Malcolm Stewart. I don't think he really had a breakout year. He was kind of just mediocre. My biggest flop was Anderson. And if you guys go back to that predictions video, I said if he finishes below Cooper Webb, he would be the biggest flop. And well, he went out before Cooper Webb, so I kind of got it.
That's all right.
Most moto wins, I had Jet. Let's be real. And the champion, I had Jet. All right. So I had 3 out of the 5 there for 450s. For 250s, I had Deegan wins over 50% of the motos. That's 12 or more. That happened. All right. Mark it down. Breakout year was Seth coming off of that supercross season. I thought he was going to do pretty good, but kind of struggled. He did come alive, though, towards the end, I will say.
Yep.
And then my biggest flop was Shimoda. I don't think that's a flop.
Nope.
That's definitely not a flop. And then most moto wins and champion, I both had Deegan for that. So that is 6 out of 10. And Doc, why don't you go over yours? Because it's not looking too pretty.
All right. For my 450 bold prediction, I had a 3-rider battle down to the final round. Okay.
Yeah, that was summed up early.
For my breakout year, we had Jorge Prado.
The breakout of the drama queen?
Yeah, I mean, something. For my biggest flop, I had Cooper Webb. Okay, I think I won that one.
That's fair.
Most moto wins, I had Chase Sexton.
He did win a
Did not
couple.
happen. And the champion, I had Chase Sexton. That was quickly, I lost that.
Literally, not even 5 minutes in.
Yeah. So, hey, it is what it is. 250s. Wow, this gets...
It gets even worse.
It gets worse. I had Kitchen holds the red plate longer than Deegan. Wow, that's a diabolical one right there. For my breakout year, I also had Hammaker. Nope. For my biggest flop, I had Juju. I mean,
do we give it to you? I mean,
he did get hurt.
Yeah, and he missed a few rounds. So, I mean, Webb got hurt too.
It was a pretty terrible season considering his Supercross season.
Okay, we'll give it to you. We'll give it to you.
Okay. All right. So I got that one. Most moto wins, Deegs, and then champion Deegs. So
I mean,
pretty good on that one.
I mean, to be fair, Sexton doesn't go down. That moto one, he most likely wins a lot of races because we saw what he can do, especially Ironman, right? We saw what he can do. And Washougal too, we saw what he could do. So overall, 4 out of 10, not bad. You didn't pass. I'll tell you that. You didn't pass, but
all right. That's why I was homeschooled.
Okay, for going into SMX, where's my... Okay, so now let's talk a little bit about SMX up here. Since we did the recap for the predictions, now let's do predictions for SMX playoffs. And we're not going to go through like the whole thing because we're just doing this in the podcast form. So I did bold prediction and top 3. And let's go with 250 first. My bold prediction, and I don't know if this is even bold. I don't feel like it's that bold, but I have Deegan sweeping the entire playoffs. He wins every single moto, and he just is a 3-time champ. I'm bold.
I mean,
it's
very
bold.
possible. It's very possible, but that's a lot. I mean, very possible. But also, like Charlotte, I kind of feel like he's going to go 1-1. He's a dog at Charlotte. He's pretty good in...
The one that I can see where he struggles is St. Louis, because it's most like it's in a stadium, right? And I can see Cole doing really well in that stadium vibe. Where the outdoor type vibe ones, Vegas, Charlotte, I think Deegan dominates those. But I have him sweeping. I think he's on a roll, man, and he's going to go out there swinging. There's no whoops. He doesn't have to worry about that. We see what he did last year. I think he has a legit shot going perfect 6-0.
For both my 250 and my 450 bowl prediction are the same, and we got new winners in both classes, overall winners in both classes.
If there is no new winners, Jed and Deegan would be a 3-time champ. They swept it 3 years in a row.
Crazy.
Since the beginning of it, only Deegan and Jed has won. Okay, I like that. For my 450 bowl prediction, I got Eli Tomac wins a race.
That is bold. Like a singular moto or like an overall?
Overall. I have him winning an overall. So
hopefully it's that third one, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe that triple points one, that would be crazy if he did. I mean, he was good there last year, right?
Very good there last year.
Jet was also a little bit better than him last year. But I can see him going out there and getting a win. So, okay, but what about top 3? Do you want to say in 250 or 450s?
Let's go 250s. All right. I got Davies in 3. I think I would put Davies. I know you guys would say, oh, Doc, you're such a glazer. Listen, he just won a race, okay? I just said he was going to win a race. You guys all said he was bad outdoors. He won a race. Anyway.
With the help of AMA penalizing Joe and Deegan.
Hey, record. When we look back in 5 years, we ain't going to never remember that.
I'll remember that. I will remember that.
Everything about that. We was just going to look at the leaderboard, win. Okay. And then... But if he was like fully healthy and back and did soupy and did all outdoors, I would have him I think I'd have him for the overall here. But I'm going to have him 3rd just because he's getting back. Then I got Deegs, P2. Now I got Joe winning it. I think Joe's going to win it. I think that's a great podium, low-key. I think you saying that Deegs is going to win everything, I also think is possible, and I think it's highly likely Deegs repeats. Joe looks really good, and I told you earlier in the season, I'm tired of sleeping on Joe, and here's where I stand on business right here.
I like that. I like that a lot. Joe has a lot of momentum coming in from outdoors, right?
And he's really good in these SMX races. Really good.
Yeah, he's really good, and if he didn't break his hand in supercross, he most likely would have won a bunch more in soupy. I really like that. For my 250 podium, I have the same 3 guys. I just have Davies in 3rd, Joe in 2nd, and Deegan in 1st if I have Deegan sweeping everything. And I can clearly see Joe going out there and winning one of these races, right? And I think it really just comes down to who really wins Vegas, right? It's triple points. And say, for example, Deegs has a 3rd place where Joe has a 1st place, and then it's triple points. And, in the championship, I don't know how the math's going to work out, but triple points is a lot, right? And I could see that happening, but Deegan sweeping. I'm a Deegan glazer. Let's be real. I've never talked bad about him once.
The only thing that's hard about both of us picking Davies for 3rd is he's really far back in the points. Like, even though they reset him, he's still... I mean, now, if he goes out and he, wins round 2 or... second, round 2 and 3, I don't think it's really going to matter. But, isn't he 18th or 17th or something down there? So, Deegs is starting with 25 points, and Davies is starting with, 2 or 3 or something. So, that could be,
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah,
So
so
he's
like
starting
that
with
could
5 points.
5 compared to 25, so he's 20 points down already. Now, I really don't think it matters, right? Like if Davies podiums round 1 and 2 and then wins round 3, I feel like he could win, right? Like because of the triple points.
I believe too with
5 points down.
SMX, I do believe it's only overall points. So it's not both motos. That's what I believe, right? So it will be tough because it's only 25 for a win, right? And then 50 and then 75. So I think he could definitely get there. Most likely, if these guys right in 3, 4, 5, Garrett Marchbanks, Tom Vial, Seth Hammaker, even Levi, because I don't think Julian's racing. I don't think based off his crash at Butts Creek, I wouldn't say he is. If those 4 guys don't struggle and they get like right there, that 3 through 6 range, I think it's going to be tough for Davies to get in third. That's because he's
but
so
I feel
far
like
down.
Davies beating those guys in Supercross.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying he's 20 points down though, right? And if those guys don't struggle as much, then it's going to be tough.
Yeah. I still like him for third. I think he's going to have like a really great SMX, which I'm predicting him to do, but because of that deficit.
Yeah. And then for 450s, I'll say mine. All right. Mine's kind of bold. I kind of like mine, but it's kind of bold. All right. I got Eli Tomac in third. All right. He's 7th right now in points, but that don't matter. 7 points is not bad. I got Chase Sexton in 2nd. And I got Jet Lawrence in 1st. And I got Jet 3P. I do like my Sexton pick there. He's only 9 points down. That's basically nothing in this math with the triple points. But I'm just going historically. And although I am a Chase Sexton guy, he has not made it through SMX once. So I'm hoping that he does. But I also can see a little pattern there. And I still got him 2nd. Hopefully he doesn't crash out, though, because the last 2, he's crashed out at the last round, right? So hopefully that doesn't happen. But I got, Jet winning.
Now, when I originally made the list, I had AP on the podium. I don't really know how he'll be coming back. Nobody really does. So if AP's like, put a little asterisk next to this. If AP's 100, I think AP can podium. I think, although he's missed a lot of gate drops, I don't know, but I think he looked the best he'd ever looked going into when he started getting sick. So I don't know, but assuming he's still whatever, here's a wild card for you. Ken Roxon for P3.
Kenny Roxon?
Kenny is the GOAT of coming off the couch and being a dog, okay? And he's so good at Supercross. And you go back, remember in the Coliseum when Kenny just showed up and was just ripping? I don't know. I think Kenny's a good one. I mean, it's definitely a bold prediction here for third, but we're going to go Kenny for third. Then we're going to go Jet Lawrence for P2. Okay. I know. I really like the way Chase Sexton looks.
Oh, pause.
Yeah, I don't know. Run with that however you want, chat. But he looked good. He looked good. You know what I'm saying?
He did. That's crazy. So Jet 2nd, Sexton 1st. Honestly, I would love that. As a Chase guy, I will die and say, let's go, baby. Let's go. I would say he's better than Jet if he wins SMX playoffs because that's all that matters.
I think at Ironman before brake issues, I think like he really impressed me that first race. Just putting up a big fight with Jet, breaking him a little bit. Now, obviously, Jet, there was a title in play, and so his
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Jet still fought him.
Right. I mean, he did fight him for sure, right? And like maybe like obviously if that was last round and it was 1 point, maybe Jet would have fought harder, whatever. Chase did a great job, and I think showed a lot of like he can get off the couch and rip and hang, and going into SMX, fitness won't even be as big of a factor. He's got his gate drops in. I think he'll be good, man. I think he'll be really good.
Okay, I like those. Let us know in the comment section your guys' predictions, bold prediction and top 3 as well. But now let's get into a little game segments. All right. We got 2 games. It's not really the last one's not really a game, but it's like build your team, which I posted on Twitter. We're gonna kind of go over that. I want to see what Doc's team is. But before we get into that, do you want to talk about this one on here, or do you want to wait until like afterwards? Our Mount Rushmore.
I think we should put it in another one. We should do 1 game segment per pod.
Okay, so we'll hold on to this Mount Rushmore. All right.
Has nothing to do with I have no idea what to put up there.
Just a little bit, but we'll hold on to that. Okay, but now let's hop over to yeah. So let's go into build your team. All right. So I posted online the graphic you will see on the screen here of build your team, 2 250s, 2 450s, and a manager for $15. Right, and there is a lot. I mean, a lot of you guys gave me your guys' team, whether on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. And I think one guy in particular that was kind of a steal on this, and for next time, I'll make sure that doesn't happen. But it also played a huge factor was Chad Reed for the manager spot at 1. I felt like that was a lot of the guys' managers. I did see some Lars in there. I did see some Ricky's in there, but most of the time it was either like Reed or Lars, right?
All right, well, ask me.
So with that being said,
let me build mine.
Let's start in the 250s. For the first column, we got Deegan, Davies, Kitchen, Dudney, and Bennick in order 5 through 1 there. Who are you picking out of those guys?
Now, this is total like motocross and supercross, or is it?
This is everything. Specific? Everything.
Okay, I have to go Cole. We're going to go Cole for $4.
Okay. Now, your second 250 guy, we have from $5 to 1. We got Shimoda, Vial, Hammaker, Adams, or Ryder D.
I only got $15.
You only got 15.
Okay. I'm going to go Hammaker.
Okay, so 7 total. You got Davies and Hammaker. Okay, I like that. Now let's go to the 450s. From 5 to 1, we got Jet Lawrence, Hunter Lawrence, Jorge Prado, Ken Roxon, and Malcolm Stewart.
I'm going to go Kenny. I know that's crazy with Jet being right there, but I think I'm going to go Kenny.
Okay, so that's 9 total. And you have $6 left. All right. So the last 450 guys are Chase Sexton, Tomac, Cooper, J. Coop, Hampshire, and Barsha.
Sexton.
Okay. I like it so far. I like that pick right there. And then for team manager, you have to go Chad Reed because he's only $1 left, and that would be $50.
To be honest, that's who I wanted out of all that was I wanted Chad. I feel like the only other person that I would choose would be Mitch, maybe Lars, but I feel like of all the people that you have listed here, Chad might be the most like well-rounded team manager. And for $1, brother, that's a steal right there.
Yeah. A lot of people pick Chad Reed for the team manager. Even me. Like I went with Cole Davies, Jet Lawrence, RJ, and Levi Kitchen as my team with Reed. Like, and then I'm seeing over here, shout out to Ryan G. He has team manager Lars. He has Prado and Roxon, which is crazy. And then Davies and Adams. So very young team for the 250s, but very experienced team for the 450s. I saw a bunch of other ones. Like this one says J. Coop, RJ, Cole Davies, Drew Adams, and Lars, right? I saw a couple ones that included like Chad Reed. Like this one says Deegan, Adams, Jet Lawrence, RJ, and Chad Reed, right? And
that's a good one too, yeah.
Yeah, so there's so many different ways you can build this, and that's what I kind of like about it, because everybody has their different opinions, right? You're like, because everybody has their preferences, which I thought was awesome. And to be fair, this is our first run of it. I'm gonna make some more of these, like with legends, you know, maybe rookies, you know, just 450 experience guys, and so you guys will definitely see more of this. But I thought it was kind of fun. I know that like. What is it, like other sports have this all the time. I see it all the time in like NFL, NBA, everywhere really. So I was like, Why don't we bring that to Moto? I feel like we don't have that in Moto. We don't have that fun game experience that everybody like has, right? And I have a couple other ideas like that you guys will most likely see in future pods, which I think will be a lot of fun. And maybe when we even get riders on here talking to those guys during the off season, we'll throw in a little game and then they have to do it, right? And that would be fun too. So, but yeah, all in all, that's all we got for this week. We talked about a lot. We have a lot more in store for this upcoming week. We have our predictions for Charlotte. We got the reactions for Charlotte. We got MXGP, last 3 rounds of the year, and then we got some Motocross of Nations at the very end.
I bought my tickets today.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm super, super excited. It's been one hell of a year. Seriously, from January all the way to today, it's been one hell of a year. The channel has been absolutely phenomenal. You guys are awesome, whether it's TikTok shorts, videos, just everything. So we do appreciate you guys. Thank you guys very, very much. I'm glad that Doc is feeling healthy enough to record this because that would have been a bummer if he couldn't. And
I'm so sweaty.
He's going to go hop off and go probably take a nap. And I'm going to get this video out for you guys. So thank you guys so much for all the love. And we're out. Peace.